So, yes, you are welcome. Mr. Babajide and Mr. Dave. Yes, you can unmute yourself so that we can all interact.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How is family, sir?
We thank God.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Dave, I just want it to be within 15 minutes. We should be through. Mr. Dave, are you with us? Mr. Dave? Okay. Mr. Babajide,
I'm with
concerning
you,
the
sir.
okay, all right, sir. Concerning um the exam, and the certificate, like I said, is not mandatory, but I want
Okay,
us to deliberate. I want us to deliberate
okay,
on
sir.
how do we think how do we think it will be okay for me to make things easy for us. Um, like the exam on its own is going to be a paid exam. I have more than 350 questions, and the reason why is this: I take my time to gather those questions that I know that do make people to fuck up during interview. So those questions is like what I'm selling. So if you have access to the questions and you are able to write it, even if you fail at writing the exam, you still have access to the questions and answers, because it's going to show you the answer. It's going to show us the correct answer later. So that's the essence of me introducing the exams to us. And it's not that it's compulsory at all. And the certificate of a team is not also compulsory, but anybody that wishes for collecting the certificate at the end, um, that person must write exam, because I can't give out certificate because I'm building my name already. So I don't want to give certificate that they will now say, okay, do you have certificate? By the time you present it, oh, okay, you sure you can do this, you can do that. Okay, put it to test. Then if such person now just go and fuck up, so is a stain, not on me but on my organization's name. So that is, I want us to deliberate on how do we think we can go about it.
Uh, I'm with you, sir. I don't know the factors that are involved, sir. I regard to the exam. I know it's going to be a CBT one.
Factor like
Hello?
hello, yes sir, I'm with you.
Hello, sir, I'm
For
with you.
I don't know what factor do you refer to, like what
It's going to
factor?
be a CBT.
Yes, CBT, yes, is objective
Okay,
questions that you can
okay, sir.
just pick. They will read the questions, then you just pick the answers. There are a lot of things that they do ask from interviewers. Okay, what is this, what is that? They want you guys to give a precise point as your answer.
Okay,
So that is
okay, sir.
what I've combined as objective for you. If you ask, what is this, what is that? Instead of giving them
Okay,
long explanations, giving them long or out of point, once you just say, okay, this is the correct scan. In fact, it's not necessary you just memorize exactly what the CBT, whatever will give you. Just pick out the points, the keywords there, then you can build on
was
it.
there.
Yes, you can just
Okay,
build on
sir.
it.
Okay. Well, let me be clear with myself. I'm afraid of the exam. Though I've tried because I will not deceive myself. But if it's open that's going to cover all the aspects you have features, I can beat my chest maybe like 60%.
That's another thing. It's not just going to
Uh,
be what I've taught here. It covers, in fact, 90% of what you still going to learn in the future. That means a lot
ah,
of things that you are not familiar with. But the point is this, just have access to it. Once you have access to
okay,
it,
sir. Okay,
and
sir.
I will still give us some tips to use so that we can have access to it for life.
Okay, sir.
So that anytime you want to revise, but it won't be in form of CBT
Okay,
again, just that it will be a revision
okay,
for you.
okay, sir.
So but you still have access to the exam forever. But just that
Okay, sir.
you can't retake it the second time. But the point is,
Okay, sir.
just to have access to it for life. So anytime you wish, you can go
Okay,
back to it, then access it.
okay, sir. There's no problem, sir.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Shas, okay, now, any suggestion of, because I have my own plan, the actual amount I planned to charge. Then again,
Okay,
this I don't know.
okay, sir.
Mr. is not online. Actually, he told me he has interest in cybersecurity, especially penetration testing to the core after this class. So he has chatted me up.
Include,
Actually, I've
including this, sir. I will chat you up personally, sir. Maybe
okay,
after this class.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So I want it to be an open thing. Although this session is recorded, so I'll share it and I'll tag it discussion session. This is not about cyber security, this is just discussion session. Anybody can just go listen to whatever we are discussing now. Then now, another thing I want to say is this: I have some organization, they are even on the platform, so talk they've chatted with me and we have discussed. But the point is, if it is going to be individual, we all know that cybersecurity price is crazy out there, very very crazy. But if it is going to be a collective class, I'm trying to look at a way to make things easier for everyone to participate. Then it's not going to take a very longer time like this. We are going to dedicate our time, because I'm very sure by the time we start the program, for those that will be interested, I'll just give us some advice, because as of today, I don't know our federal government. In fact, they are the I don't want to say it. So if any one of us have the opportunity to japa, so I don't want the course to take that longer time. At least if I'm not mistaken, 4 weeks, and not 2 days this time around. 4 weeks intensive training, we should be good about penetration testing to the core. Then we can just find our way either to find a job here or to look for a job online, that's remote work, or to japa, either of the three options. But the point is, just equip yourself more, especially just to focus. So if anyone or anybody will be having interest, we are going to dedicate that 4 weeks, and the time is going to change. It's not going to be 1 hour, but what we are going to be doing is going to be very very don't let me scare us. Don't let me scare don't let me scare us. So that's just it, sha. That's just it. So I've forgotten their name, like three, and that particular organization. The price I gave them was 50,000, but he later made me to realize that it's not just only one person that they told me some, give me some excuses, sha, but I later beat it
Okay,
down to 30K, since it is not individual. But if it is going to be individual,
okay,
it will be 50K, but if it is going to be a collective this thing, it's going to be 30K. So Mr. I think Mr. Taiwo, somebody from around Lagos, also shouted me out. So I charged him 50 also. But I told him he should hold on. He wanted to even make payments. I said he should hold on. That if it's going to be a collective class, I'm going to reduce the price. It's not going to be 50. I'll reduce it. So I want to know. I will drop it on the platform. I want to know those that will be interested in penetration testing and cybersecurity. The reason why I'm emphasizing on penetration testing is because I'm very sure from experience, Python, as I said, Python, cybersecurity is to me is full of reading notes and trying to understand infrastructures, the policy exactly, just like reading notes, know what is guiding this, know what is guiding this, know what is guiding this. But the real practical aspect is the penetration testing that they normally use against those they want to employ. So if you are good at penetration testing, you are good at cybersecurity. So that's how it works. So with that small amount of money, which I'm very sure that is a very small amount of money, we can achieve that a lot. Yes, we can achieve that a lot. So suggestion, and I've not talked about the price for the certificate. Okay, let me say for the certificate, I'm planning of, okay, I've discussed with someone. If the certificate is going out alone, the certificate will be 3,000 naira, just 3,000 naira. But if you are to write the exam with certificate, is 10,000 naira. So if it is something you can afford, then that's how I'm
Hello,
going
sir.
to create. Yes, sir. Mr.
Hello,
Dave.
sir.
You are welcome, sir. What happened? Your network, right? I think it is the network. It's really frustrating you tonight. I'm very sorry. It's everywhere. Yesterday it was mine. So today is your turn.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, no be small thing, no. I've been
Uh,
battling
we can
with
see it.
network
We can see it.
to
We understand. It's normal. Yesterday was my own. It was my turn
to
yesterday.
join
Yeah.
problem. They say
In fact,
it just
we
now
hardly hear what you are saying right now. Also, you are cracking seriously. Yes.
I
But don't worry. This session is recorded.
sorry.
Yes, this session is recorded.
Sorry.
So I will.
So, what have we discussed so far now?
Actually, we have discussed a
Okay,
lot.
I'll check it later. I'll
Yes,
check it later.
yes. I intentionally
Okay.
recorded this and I'll still post it so that everyone can have access to it. So we can, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestion, you can come back to the platform and give your suggestion or your contributions to it. So we have discussed so far about the certificate, the exam, and the class after this with these little ideas we have shared together. If we can just push it up with this after class training, I'm very sure that if we listen to news in Nigeria, the first day, as in this recent week, last week, we all knew what our government are saying about cybersecurity now. I think we were able to listen to the news. So cybersecurity is the hot cake as of today, and also data science. Those two courses, they are hot cake as of today. So actually, I do data science also. I teaches Python and data analytics also. So actually, that was where I started from. I started with Python. I started with web. Later, I moved to data analysis. So I discovered that those ones are not too challenging. So I moved to something that is more challenging, which is this penetration testing of a team. So I teach Python, I teach data science, I teach cybersecurity and ethical hacking. So I will want us, I don't know, maybe that is what I'll do on the platform after, maybe probably to tomorrow or before next week if I have the chance. I will just create a poll. If you want to go for data science, I'm here for you. If you want to go deep into cybersecurity and ethical hacking, I'm also there with just a token. And it's going to be an interactive class. It's not something that just give you videos to go and watch. Even if I'm giving videos to go and watch, you are listening to me directly. So, and it's not something that will just push you go and watch video. No, it's going to be do this, do this. You are doing it wrong, you are doing it right. So, it's going to be an interactive class, and it's going to, in fact, you are going to gain a lot. I'm not trying to sell myself, and at the same time, I'm trying to sell myself. But with what I've discovered about myself, I with the recommendations and the feedback from my student, I think I can still do more better. I can still do more. I've been doing well, and I believe I'll still continue to be doing well. So that is that. So Mr. Dave, you listen to the certificate of a thing. So I'm saying the certificate alone should go for 3,000 naira. If anybody, it's not compulsory. So if anybody is interested, and if you want to do exam, so I'm limiting it to 10,000 naira. So you do the exam and you collect the certificate. The exam is nothing less than 300 questions for 3 hours and CBT. You can see that it's a suicide mission. So you also have to prepare your mind. And again, like what Mr. Babajide have asked, the exam covers even 90% of what you have not been taught. But the point of me sharing the exam with you guys is just that I want you to be exposed to something that you don't know, you learn from it, then you save the questions and go over it over and over and over and over it, because you are going to have access to it for life. So anytime you want to prepare your mind, or you are preparing your mind for interview, you should have something to back yourself up. Any questions, you should. In fact, I'm very sure it's something that you too, I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. It's something that you too can also be selling. I've said this now, I'm going to increase the price because I know you're going to make money from it. Actually, I don't wanted to give you that idea before, but it's not too bad. So it's something that you also can also share the, the questions and answer, and if you are giving it free, or if you wish to collect a token also. So that is that. So any suggestion, any contribution to what, or if there's anything you also want to, because next week is going to be just recap of everything we have done. Then last day is going to be the exam. That's next week Sunday is going to just be the exam. So any suggestion, any contribution so far? Any suggestion, any contribution? Oh, Mr. Charles, you raised hand. Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Um, about the extra class, the after class you talked about.
All right, sir.
I want to know if it's from the beginner stage or the intermediate stage we are starting from.
Um, I would say the beginner stage, because I will want to believe that anybody that want to join the class will join the class from this training, and at least with the little idea or the little knowledge you've gathered so far, we can pick from there. But if I discover that, because look at how many are we now? We are just five. We are just five here, including myself. So if others that want to maybe have interest and they are not here now, that means they have not been following this class. Then, Mr. Shas, you can help us to mute. I will help us to mute. Yes, yes, thank you. So I will just try to start from the beginning, because we are just five here now, and we are more than five on the platform. And if at the end the respondents are more than what we are here now, definitely most of them will have been maybe missing the classes, and that means to me as an instructor I will have to start from the beginning. But it's going to be a very tasky something. That means I'm going to be bombarding you guys because we have a target now. We have where we are going to, we have some things that we must cover within that 4 weeks. It's not going to pass that 4 weeks. It's not going to pass that 4 weeks. This is what I'll do. Either you are you have the idea, or is it either zero idea or no idea at all. What I'll just do is maybe the first week or the first 2 days of the class will just be introduction, that's recap of everything, and it won't be something that will be somehow that slow because I believe we've heard it before. I'm just repeating it. Then if I'm to go deeper or to go more elaborate on it, so I'll quickly do that before we now move into the real task. So that's how it's going to work, Mr. Shas. Does that answer the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So thank you, thank you, sir. So any other contribution, any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We are with you. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. It's just that I was off. So
Yeah.
the certificate is 3,000 naira.
Yes.
So what of the training? The
Yes, the
4 weeks
training. The 4 weeks
training
training, yes. I said that if it is going to be
that
individual,
you talked
yes. If it is going to be individual, it's
about.
50. Yes, it's going to be 50K. But the way
So
I'm
how
looking
is
at
what is the
things,
implication?
yes, the way I'm seeing things now is not just only one person that will want to show interest. So I'm going to have bring down the price to 30K instead of the 50,000. So it's not 30K.
Yes.
So I first of all say if it is individual it's 50,000, but if
Okay.
it is collective like 2, 3, 4, 5, so the price will come down. So and I've cut it down to 30K. So does that answer your question?
Okay, sir. You have tried
All right,
seriously.
all right.
You have tried seriously.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But it's going to be
sir.
after next week. So we are going to run this up by God's grace next week. We are going to celebrate ourselves in one way or the other. Then before we now start the after
But
class.
I was.
Yeah.
I have something to say.
All right, no problem. Sure, sure. That's why we have this discussion. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. I think the network is very, very poor. It's seriously cracking. We can't hear
It's
you at
okay,
all.
sir.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes. We can't hear you at
Hello,
all.
sir.
Yes, we
Are
can.
you with me?
Yes, we are with you
Yes,
now.
sir.
We are with you now. Yes, sir.
It's okay. No problem. No problem.
Okay. All right. All right, sir. All right, sir. So,
Okay. Are you hearing me now?
yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
It's okay, sir.
Okay.
So, yes, we thank God for this. We thank God for this lesson. We know that you are putting so many things in place to make sure that we get this, irrespective of this one you are even saying. You have sacrificed a lot for us. So, some of us are novice. I'm just following, keenly following. This thing, I don't have the idea before. So it's just that you are the one that introduced me to this, and I want to follow it to the end. And by God's grace, I believe we will still be together.
By God's grace.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. We are with you, sir.
It's okay.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. So I'm pleading on behalf of us that are here. On
Okay,
behalf
sir.
of us that are here, if you can leave it for us at 20K, so that you just help us at that point. We are beginners. We are just some of us are just starting in this field. So
Um,
that is my plea, sir.
I understand. I thank you so much, Mr. Dave. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I understand,
Thank you, sir.
and I will say that firstly, my intention, my intention was not after money. To be sincere with ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, I remember in our first class, I think I mentioned something that pushed me to this, because of what has happened to me
Exactly.
in the past. In fact, it's something I will never forget. It's something I will never forget in my life. But I know for one reason or the other, God knows the best time for everyone. So for me to must have even achieved this, in fact, I still thank God. I still, because I never believe that I can, in fact, be among those that will be writing code in my life. But I thank God for my life that I'm still the one still teaching how to write code as of today. So with one of my reason and one of my point at the beginning of this class was to organize this 10 weeks free training. I know what I've spent at my hand, but that is nothing to me, sincerely. And I'm not expecting any. In fact, those of us, in fact, start from you, Mr. Dave. Thank you so much, because I do see you, and those of you guys that do appreciate me one way or the other, take this, take this, take this. In fact, day for yesterday, was it day for yesterday? Somebody still sent me huge amount of card. In fact, I'm very, very grateful. In fact, it's even equivalent to what I'm charging you. I was like, wow, wow. So that means as I'm doing it, lot of you guys are appreciating it in one way or the other. In one way or the other. So with what Mr. Dave just mentioned now, um the course there will just be, but I won't make it to be course anymore. The reason why I've make it 50, I first of all announced 50. And the reason why was this: I've considered some tools that I'll be teaching you, as in how to use those tools effectively. And if I'm to bring the price down, indirectly to me, I might want to, let me say, overlook or reduce some tools to teach you. But I promise the tools that I've put in mind to use to teach us will still remain the same. But that 20K or the 30K, I won't give you the answer tonight. I will think about it, then get back to us probably tomorrow on the platform. But I'll still have to think about it. But nevertheless, I won't still, irrespective of our conclusion, I won't still reduce the tools I have in mind to show us, because I'm charging based on the tools before that. Oh, if we want to learn these tools alone, in fact, one of those tools that I want to teach you, some Yahoo guys do comes to me, Egbon, so let's give you 800, let's give you this, because I know how much you normally pay for those tools. And they won't even teach them, they will only install it for them, they will teach them one or two things. But nevertheless, we are not Yahoo guys, because we are ethical, we are not using it illegally. So, and it's still the same tool that we are still going to teach ourselves. But nevertheless, give me till tomorrow, let me digest, let me meet my mentors, and let me get back to the house based on that. Is that okay,
Okay, sir.
Mr.
Thank you so
Okay?
much, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Yes, sir. Any other
Thank you
It's
yes?
so
okay,
much.
sir.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
You are welcome, sir. Mr. Wajide, thank you, sir. So yes,
That we
Mr.
appreciate you a lot. Oh.
Oh, thank
Thank
you,
you for all that
Mr.
you're doing
Shas.
for us.
Thank you, Mr. Shas. You're welcome, sir.
So a quick one. Want to know if that 4 weeks is going to be every day or weekends.
It's going to be a poll. If it is going to be a weekend program, guys, just sacrifice more than 4 hours. I'm just letting you know ahead. If you have decided that okay, it's going to be a weekend program, okay, you want weekend just the way we started it like this, it's fine by me too. Just that I will have to reschedule some of my programs. Then it's not going to be 1 hour, it's not going to be 2 hours, at least minimum of 3 hours for that
Ah,
a
hel-
day. Yes,
hello, sir.
yes, sir.
Based on that, because of us are newbie, I don't think our brain can comprehend
Three
that for
three
3 or
hours.
4 hours at school. Uh-huh. So I
Uh,
advise us to be maximum 2 hours.
Maximum
Because we are
of
newbie.
2 hours, right?
2 hours. These 2 hours we are even talking about, we manage it. Hopefully that when we watch the video like 3 we'll be able to grab it.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So let's say
So
okay, let's
if
say
you are
two
going to
hours.
2 hours, sir.
going to
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You now know what?
even
You now know what? There's no way it won't
uh,
be more than 2 hours. But the way it's going to be, it is this. Let me shed more light to it. It's not that I'm going to teach you for 3 hours. No, the way I was taught, I love my instructor, as in I love him to that extent. Everything is not just about go to board, blah blah blah, clean the board, write note from page to pages. No, it's going to be fully practical. I'll be at my corner anywhere I am, and you be. We are going to be doing it, in fact, one after the other. If I run a code on my laptop, you must all run the same code and we must all arrive at the same result before we proceed. And you can see that that is not going to be something that is going to be that and that 3 or 2 hours, even if it is just only one code, we are able to cover for that 1 million hours. It will still be that same code and every one of us must participate. And that is why I say either at least, because sometimes some people might have system challenges and maybe power failure or something like that.
Exactly.
So we will have to balance those things. We have to balance those things. So it's not that I will just be teaching, just like this one. This one, sometimes I will just try to use that method that okay, I want someone to do or to represent or to do this, but I see it is not working. But in that after class, it must work. It will work. It will surely work. Because if I run a code, you must all run the same code at the same time so that everybody will be on the same page. So with that, it might take up to 2 hours. If it is something that we can continue, then we will know whether it's going to be an extra work for us before another class. So we'll see how to shuffle it. But with what Mr. Babajide said, okay, let's leave it for 2 hours. Good. In fact, I'll create a poll for anybody that will want to show interest. I'll create a poll. If you want to go for 2 hours, if you want to go for 3 hours, if you want to go for 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, majority will carry the vote. I know a lot we want 30 minutes sef but I won't put 30 minutes and I won't put 1 hour. So it will start from 2 hours. Then 2 to 3, I mean 2 or 3 or 4. So I'm very sure a lot of people will have the same instinct with you and maybe go for 2. But irrespective of the outcome, then we have to come back and still deliberate at what time or what would be best for us on that. So it is noted now. So by God's grace tomorrow, then before Wednesday or Thursday, you see the poll because I might be busy tomorrow and next tomorrow. So by God's grace, before Wednesday or Thursday, you will surely get the poll. Then from the poll, we'll get the feedbacks. Then we'll conclude on that, and we are good to go. So, but in fact, I'm assuring you guys that if you can just take Just you know what is happening around the world now. Everybody are just shouting cybersecurity, cybersecurity, cybersecurity. And the most painful thing about this cybersecurity of the thing we are talking about is that out there, from experience, out there, they will only be focusing on the theoretical part, giving them notes. In fact, if you go online, go and search, you see 12 hours cybersecurity. That 12 hours is full of notes, reading, 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 reading. They don't normally include this pen testing of a thing. And if you get to that feed where you will be interviewed, what they'll be asking you mostly is this tools of a team. So that's why some people will say, I did cybersecurity, but I don't have job. I don't have, because no organization is after come and be giving me notes, come and be giving me. They want you guys to know how to use those tools. So and those tools is what me I'm after, how to use those tools effectively. So God will spare our lives before by God's grace from tomorrow to Wednesday. You see my hand on the platform. Then you have to deliberate on it. Then we'll decide. So thank you guys. I believe we are good, right?
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it, sir.
Yeah. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. So we can all log out now, right?